Everything. Look at this. How fast this man could have done.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a buzz. The madness, chaos and mayhem on the road continues. This is an accident that took place across the street from the Mega Mart in Portmore. Based on the information like you see, this bus was not on the road, it is to the side, the layaway them call it, or lay-by. Don't know what this man was doing, obviously. He was not paying attention. Obviously, he was speeding. And it led him under the back of the bus. He had severe neck injuries. There was a baby mother along with a baby in the bus. However, it did not tell this man that maybe I should drive slow. Maybe I should keep on the road. Maybe I should pay attention. Don't know what is wrong with these people. It seems as if the devil is on some sort of world tour in Jamaica and he decides that he is going to stay long term forever until infinity. And this proves once again, point blank and period.
Alright, this is the video of the shooting in Mandeville. One is dead and 3 got shot.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see the madness continues on the street of Jamaica. When it is not these maniacs blazing like some sorts of mad bat out of hell, it is these gunmen wreaking havoc. And the same thing can be said on Friday morning at about 10 a.m. Bustling community in Mandeville, Manchester. Based on the information, it is said that it seems as if the gunmen get some sorts of information from Spot-A-Lion. They saw one of their ops. They decided that they were going to chase him down, blaze up some con after him. Such is the case. He was blazed up. He was in some sorts of baby blue short sets. He was laid out on the ground, BLOOD, out of his head. There was also a young lady, a nurse. She was also caught in the crossfire. And yes, the videos did say mass pie out. However, the facts are these. After the smoke clear, 7 persons, including the lady that you heard in the video them talking about, that she is going to DIE. Yes, people, she was taken to the hospital. She did not make it, succumb to her injuries. Like I said, this lady was just across from the street from the man that they were chasing. He was also taken out. However, 5 other people, including that lady, that lost their life. So therefore, one target, innocent victims, just at the wrong place at the wrong time, caught in the crossfire. All of this was taking place while on the opposite sides of the town. Albion Primary School was having some sorts of peace march. Preachers were there, the mayor were there. However, when them get the news, everybody have to run from the peace march and go over to the chaos and catastrophe in which persons were running and scrambling for their lives. Now, people, it is very ironic that the mayor of that town said that the situation is not as bad as it seems because of all the crime and violence that has been perpetuated in that place. The Popo have cleared up at least 82%. So once again, we see that a group of men saw their ops, went on some sorts of mission. While on that mission, them take out one other lady, innocent lady, nurse, going about her business, shopping, and also 5 other persons. Call it collateral damage. Call it casualty of war. Call it madness and mayhem. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the madness and mayhem continues. It seems as if these officers, they are not practicing what they are preaching. The same persons that are out there to implement the law, make sure that people don't speed, make sure that you're wearing your seat belts. It seems as if they are breaking their own sets of rules, or they are making their own sets of rules. I am speaking about an incident that took place on the Glenmore Road that is in Clarendon, where it is said that 5 graduates just graduated less than 24 hours ago before the incident. They were driving in some sorts of Popo vehicle when obviously they were speeding. Obviously they were not wearing any sorts of seat belts because the vehicle flipped over and 2 of them at least were badly injured. Now, people, when we say badly injured, may I talk about chip up, may I talk about broken bones, may I talk about it seems as if the whole side or one hand of both persons were severely, all of the skin peel off. It was pretty bad. But because of YouTube's policy, I definitely cannot show that. Going to put it in my WhatsApp group, the number 1-876-894-2711. Now, people, like me say, this is not the first, the second, maybe about the third time in about 3 weeks where we've seen the same thing. People are chasing some people on bike, vehicle turnover, people dead, meaning Popo. The same thing, Popo in a Jeep flip over, at least 2 or so, badly injured. And again, in 3 short weeks, 3 bad accidents as it pertains to Popo. So people, like me say, it seems as if they are not practicing what they are preaching. Point blank and period.
New police station in Gregory Park.
This serious bad. No, this is very serious. At first, we see this. Could the Rima, could the Timali Gregory Park go and get police station? This is very serious. What is this? Murder, Samantha. No.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if what they say is true. Desperate times calls for desperate measure. There's an era in Jamaica called Gregory Park. The people broke out like sore. Pure badness, pure madness. So therefore it seems as if the Popo, the JCF upper hierarchy and the government officials went into some sorts of boardroom and they decided that we're going to put a stoppage to this. And this stoppage led to this brilliant plan for them to get a mobile Popo station on the back of some sorts of 18-wheeler, big rig, on some sorts of truck. They were not going to build anything on site. They were going to drive this Popo station on site. Now, people, if you look at the Popo station, you could clearly see that this is some sort of trailer that is grilled up. And there is where the Popo are going to conduct their major investigation. There is where they are going to do all sorts of crime fighting. There is where they are going to be like some sorts of sitting duck locked into these containers while these gunmen are roaming around. But people, we should not be surprised because just like you and I are prisoners and the gunmen are free to roam around our country with no sorts of ill effects. It seems as if the Popo are also going to feel the pinch. So when we think about all this money that we see these choppers, so-called government officials are robbing, when we see all the corruption, when we see all the amount of money that we pay for taxes to renew this, renew that, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. When we see the condition of the road, when we see that we are living in a very bad condition, we have to wonder, which part the money gone, daddy? It seems as if somebody is living some big life at the expense of the people of Jamaica, and we are suffering, and this is yet an next perfect example. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.